So let's begin with the unit review. Get your pens, get your paper out, because it's about that time. Are you ready to go? Let's go. Mental warfare. First thing I need you to understand, a lot of what the enemy tries to do around this time is to come up against you mentally. What the Lord has been showing me and bringing me confirmation of in this particular season is that the enemy has been operating in this particular way in which it's been trying to scope out. It's trying to find out information. When I was off camera during these 8 months, what I recognized was there was an increase in insect activity. There were insects popping up left, right, and sideways. And catch this, I'm going to tell you something that happened to me very specific. I had recorded a video some time back, lost that video too, but I'm going to add it in right here. There was a situation where I was sitting on this couch, right? And I knew it was a monitoring spirit operating through an insect. Tiffany Montgomery has talked about this, monitoring spirits using birds, bugs, flies, whatever you want to use. Look into the spirit of Beelzebub, okay? I saw, what's the pastor's name? Pastor, that was my Bible. Ignore it. I think I got a color feature on that I ain't supposed to have on because I'm seeing the screen look a little blue. Let's see if that fixes that. But that was my Bible. Basically, it's a level of mental warfare. I was starting to see these things, insects, coming up, left, right, sideways. As of lately, I've been seeing lantern flies. Now, the pastor that I was talking about, his name is, it's the guy that died. What is his name? It's the black guy that died. Pastor, I'm sitting here. He's Miles Monroe. He did a video where he was talking about paying attention to when you see certain insects and how they mean witchcraft, right? So what I recognized was that I was sitting in this chair, minding my business, and I happened to look up because I noticed something on the wall, like the glass over here. There's glass over here. And when I looked up, because the curtain was drawn in a specific way, I could literally see it. Now, most insects, you tap the wall, you tap the glass, they fly away because the vibration causes them to move, right? Not this one. This one sits right there. Tap it again. Stays on the opposite side of the glass. I started looking at that thing real hard. I said, okay, you think that you playing me, okay? I picked up my phone. This is how I knew it was witchcraft. Because when I picked up my phone to take a photograph of it, because I actually wanted to use it for the front cover of that video, that's when it left. It was like, oh, she's going to record me. I got to go. When I tell you, the enemy has been on op mode. Even yesterday, I saw an insect on my wall. I was like, what the hell is this? And there's another reason how I know. I will see it and I will pray about it. And I'll even get a prayer partner to pray with me about it. And when I pray about it, door shut. But somebody that might be around me that isn't as spiritually aware as I am, they'll bring up the exact insect I just closed the door to. So I went and I looked back at Miles Monroe video on these insects, and it said that when you start seeing these types of insects, be aware the enemy is seeking a way to re-enter. What's the most unaffected situation? Most people ain't gonna pay attention to insects, but understanding spiritual things, I recognize. I even heard Sunray talk about this type of thing. She saw something in the spirit realm. She was like, oh, and she cut it off. The enemy is looking for a route in. Coming back to what I said, remember the word that I released recently where I was talking about the what you call it? The I blanked out. But Genesis 19:22. They're looking for a perverse rerouting back into your life. There are people from your past. They trying to reroute their way back in. They're looking for some way, somehow, to gain access back to you that you may begin to start talking to them again, right? And they want to talk to you about a whole lot of nothing, right? In hopes that they can either directly talk to you. I remember, if you remember the review I did on Equalizer that day, and when Equalizer was on, the woman's ex-husband showed up. But when he showed up to take her out or meet her at a location, he kept asking her a bunch of questions. Recognize question, recognize why they're asking the question. What is it that they're trying to get information about? That's a monitoring spirit. I've seen it be that I talked to 3 different people on the same day, and each one of them, this is how I knew it was a monitoring spirit, because they asked the exact word for word same questions. Because the first person couldn't get the answer from me. The second person couldn't get the answer from me. So the third person tried it. I was like, did you really think I was going to be that stupid? I usually catch it on the first person because I'm like, wait a minute.